What's your next move for 2023? Well, I'm going to tell you what mine is in just a second. But before I do, greetings, everyone. I'm John Clay, your host and chief strategy guide here at Benefits with John Clay. Hope everything's good with you. Everything is good here. And a quick shout out to our sponsor. Today's show is brought to you by none other than Better Source Benefits, Benefits Options Solutions. Check it out at www.bettersourcebenefits.com. So now it's 2023, and the question around the coffee table is, what's your big move going to be for 2023? What are you looking to get control of? As business leaders, there's a simple three-part solution for this because, well, there's a mandate for business leaders, and it's simply people, culture, and numbers. And in reviewing today, breaking through the status quo, we're going to give you some insights on how to tee up all three of those and improve the way that your business treats people, culture, and numbers. So don't miss it. Get it today, the hot off the press. It's a little bit, it's been around a bit, but it's great information to jump into because, you know, any CEO, CFO, or any other C-suite executive, this is a must read for them, breaking through the status quo. And from my friend Gary Bender, who's written the forward in here, you know, he states he can't be more emphatic in his forward about how you want to understand why your benefits are out of control, or if you want to understand why there's seemingly no control over benefits, you just got to read the book. If you want to seize control of that benefit spend, we show you how to do that in several chapters in this book. And, you know, to control the cost drivers and the other components of your medical plan that evacuates fraud, waste, and abuse. That's a simple summary of it. You can do all this with the stroke of a pen without reducing the quality of your benefits. And you can read the book and get all of this right up out of there. So, you know, the scenario is this. Many of us have experienced this frustration and powerlessness over the annual renewal dance. You know, you come in, you've got 30 to 60 days prior to your effective date, and your broker, your status quo broker, lays down the renewal or mails it to you and says, this is the best we could do. Or he tempers it, he or she, with, well, we're fortunate that our increase is below the national trend. How many of us have heard this? And then the usual response comes, well, not much we can do. You're at the mercy of the medical trend. Well, what is trend? It's a made-up number by the insurance companies. Imagine that. And so you say, well, you know, what can you do? Well, we have influence with the insurance carrier, but in the end, it's up to the actuaries. And so we've learned to settle and be grateful for a less bad renewal increase. And so, hey, you used to, you know, some have gotten 20, you only got 10. Isn't that good? We're good. Or you got single digits. It was a 9.9, but it was single digits. So, you know, read this book, Breaking Through the Status Quo, and you'll finally discover what the exciting and empowering truths can be found in benefits. And I discovered this from reinventing my own agency here at Better Source Benefits, because as a next-gen benefits advisor, we learned how to deliver value back to our clientele with an aha moments. You know, you can basically experience the I can of business. I can control your benefit spend. I can have the power to reduce the cost of employees' health care. I can offer affordable, sustainable benefits without the shifting of cost to the employee or cutting benefits. We've seen that time and time again, where we just go in there and say, well, you can hold it to a no change if you reduce the benefits and put some skin in the game. Well, thanks to the Affordable Care Act, it's a double-edged sword. They labeled something with affordable, but yet they're leaving people functionally uninsured, thanks to their dramatic increase in the cost of plans and the dramatic decrease in the benefit levels. People are functionally uninsured. You got a $7,000 to $8,000 out of pocket. If you have a medical situation, that's 10% of an $70,000 to $80,000 job. Maybe everybody in this world is making $70,000 to $80,000 a year. I just haven't seen it yet. So forgive me for being obtuse about that. And, I also realized, and you will too, when you read this book, Breaking Through the Status Quo, that status quo brokers, which is most of them, and they're not bad people, but they have treated CEOs and CFOs like mushrooms. They've kept insurance companies satisfied with renewing business, and they work for them essentially because they're the ones who are paying them, right? And they've kept us in the dark and fed us a pretty good pile of manure. And these status quo brokers just continue to wash, rinse, and repeat year over year because this is the business model that works for them. They just have misaligned incentives coming from the carriers that keep them from investigating and trying new solutions and strategies to help your employees and help you as a client. So the cool thing about writing this book is that it helps me to review from time to time that I am still committed to identifying these proven and cutting edge solutions for employers. It's fun because it's restored the energy and the entrepreneurial level of attention that everybody seems to ignore, and they've abdicated their fiduciary responsibility to a broker or an insurance company, and they've just set it and forget it. So here are the big takeaways. Again, Breaking Through the Status Quo is a one-stop shop for proven solutions for employee benefits and benefit spend. And frankly, it's not rocket science, folks. Here's the wild part of it. These solutions are, when you think about them, once you examine, it's simple supply chain management stuff. And the book and my fellow advisors that are authors in this book make it plain that the real problem with the employee benefits is that the C-suite hasn't paid attention to the area of benefits like they do in every other part of their business. You're talking about fiduciary oversight. Yes, every business looks at their fiduciary responsibility on every part of the business except benefits. Executive management. Oh, HR handles that. How many people tell me that every single day? Yes, every business unit in the company, except benefits, has a P&L responsibility assigned to it, and they're graded on their performance because if you don't deliver a return on investment, hello, this is human capital investment. If you don't return a return on investment, ROI, on your human investment, I'm sorry, but that's an epic fail for most people, especially if it's a $2 or $3 million spend or a $10 million spend. Supply chain management, of course. Why would it make sense to manage down to the 3 or 4 decimal spots in supply chain in a manufacturing concern, but ignore and pay retail, for example, on the medical side for employee benefits? It makes no sense. So the takeaway again is great stuff in the book, Breaking Through the Status Quo. When you see converting part of your benefit spend into EBITDA, and you actually watch it take place on the bottom line of an employer's balance sheet, it's exciting. It makes perfect sense to me because that's what you fund these benefits with, right? Profits are what fund employee benefits. You know, you can put it into OpEx and say, okay, it's an operational expense. It's part of the cost of doing business. But look, folks, EBITDA is what you use to fund your employee benefits. So if you can cut that cost, then that's real money right back to your bottom line. So here's the deal also, and you guessed it. What do I do? Who do I look at? The CFO. The CFO. Because the CFO has the P&L responsibility for your business, whether you're the CFO or you have a CFO in there. You know, if you're the CEO or the CFO of your company, and you don't do supply chain management in your medical plan, then you are missing the boat, number one. And number two, you are abdicating your fiduciary responsibility to a third party that does not have your best interest in heart. So shout out to Better Source Benefits, www.bettersourcebenefits.com. And if you'd like to see some case studies on how this works, I've got 2 nice case studies in there, and you can click on the results tab to see those. And, you know, my case studies show examples where I've helped clients lower costs dramatically and improve benefits. So whenever we present as guest speakers or whatever, you know, most of the time when we talk, the attendees are anxious to engage because they haven't heard about what we do ever before. You know, if you work to find EBITDA trapped in an employer's health plan and get it out and put it back to their bottom line, it creates a high five culture in the C-suite. And shockingly enough, in most cases, it creates a high five culture for the employees because all of a sudden they realize that they've got financial support that goes way beyond what they were experiencing before we came in. So here's the deal. If you're excited about the idea of converting part of your benefits spend into EBITDA, this book is for you. If you like the idea of taking control of your benefits, that's a great reason to pick up the book, Breaking Through the Status Quo. And if the idea of reducing your benefits spend while improving your benefits without sacrificing coverage, access, or other issues, then it's a conversation we'd like to have with you. So again, check out our case studies at www.bettersourcebenefits.com. Select the results tab. And if you'd like to book a meeting, click on the John Clay tab, and I'm happy to invest 30 minutes with you to see if something like this would benefit your organization. So that's it for today. What are you going to do for 2023? Let's hope you're going to break through the status quo and make that move to take control and drive the bus on your medical benefits with relentless pursuit of positive change. Let's help you bend the trend in your healthcare spend. So again, join us next week for some more insights. We'll be taking some chapter excerpts from this book and a couple of others this year. It's the same bat time, same bat channel, 2 p.m. Eastern, 11 p.m. or 11 a.m. Pacific, right here on Benefits with John Clay. And I hope to see you out there. Take care.